Hey everybody, I'm Blue, and today I am hiding away very quickly to upload this video because I'm in the middle of playing Pathfinder with my friends, and it's very exciting, but we are taking a break, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this video out. And we're starting with the letter Q, which is a hard one to come up with characters for, but it's getting close to Halloween, which means I'm probably gonna be watching the Gab Smolders Alice Madness Returns video. And it most likely is totally not cheating to go with the Queen of Hearts, or our letter Q. Now, for those of you who aren't super familiar with me, I absolutely love Alice in Wonderland motifs. I love watching people deconstruct and reconstruct the story, how they rewrite and reconfigures the roles. It's really just one of those things that constantly is building on itself, and there's so much that you can do with it. Which is part of why I have watched so many adaptions, and let me tell you, there are so many adaptions, and I have watched too many. But it is just fun to kind of sit back and think about, okay, this group of characters, if I were to characterize them as Alice in Wonderland characters, what would it be? And then you get to put your characters in cute little outfits, and it's just really a win-win situation. But of all the adaptions I've watched and all the things I've seen, my favorite is American McGee's Alice Madness Returns. Yes, specifically the sequel. From the character designs to the way they portray the madness of Wonderland to the way that the world is developed and how it feels, everything is just really good and unique. It's absolutely one of the most creative adaptions I think I have ever seen. And it takes full advantage of the medium that it's in. I absolutely adore the cutscenes, kind of pulling from the original book's illustrations and warping them into this just slightly darker visage, which is kind of the theme for the entire series, is taking Wonderland and just making it a little bit darker, but it doesn't lose its whimsy. It still allows these moments of just strange, observable things that feel so dreamlike and yet natural in the context of the game. Next, for the letter R, we have a character from a personal favorite game of mine, Aaaaaand the Shadow King. I love this game so much that when it came time to design my character, my Sona that I was going to be using, I decided to use a little stand pin as my only fandom representation. And so it felt fitting to have some sort of representation from Aaaaaand on this list, and I chose Stan's foil, the hero Rosalind. Something I really like about the art style for the game that's present in the manuals and some of the concept art is that it is a little rough. There are sketch lines, there are construction lines, and you can see them, and it's not something that they try to hide, it's something that they use to add to the character. And where I wasn't going super off of the concept models, I tried to do like a fusion between their in-game model and their concept art. I still wanted to keep that sort of construction line rough look, and so I chose a grittier pencil and went through and did as many of the little details as I could by hand. And you would think that for a very heroic character whose whole thing is to vanquish the bad guys and do the right thing in life, that you would choose something like a really heroic pose, maybe something sword drawn and actiony. But from the moment I started this, I knew for a fact I had to draw her just completely exasperated. This is one of the only characters in this game with a brain cell, and she is sick of having it. But unfortunately, you do need a brain cell or two when you're dealing with the great evil King Stan. S was a letter that had some seriously steep competition, but I ended up going with Senshi from the anime Delicious in Dungeon, or Dungeon Meshi, whichever you prefer to call it. And to all the S's that Senshi beat out, I'm so sorry, it was recency bias, I swear. Unsurprisingly, growing up, I was an anime kid. There were so many on, and there were so many unique and deep stories for a time. Eventually, they started feeling really cliche and really tropey, and they just didn't feel imaginative anymore. So I kind of walked away from anime. Until Delicious in Dungeon came onto Netflix, and I found myself absolutely obsessed with one, waiting every single week for the new episode, hitting it as soon as I got home, just like I used to do when I was younger. And it made me so happy. This show combines my absolute love and adoration for the fantasy genre with world building and characters that just match its level of intensity. And there's so many little moments of characterization amongst the main cast that just sucker you in and make you interested in them. And of those characters, inarguably, Senshi is my favorite. I love the fact that he is the one who takes care of the group, but it's never been like he's nagging or that he's, controlling like a lot of those characters tend to be. He's genuinely happy to be there and is providing a good service for the rest of the party, and I admire the heck out of him for that. But there we have it. There was QRS for the Alphabet Challenge. I hope you enjoyed this little bonus video, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the normal time Wednesday for the next part of this. Until then, later!